WGA Flashback Friday on New Year's Eve. Yep, you heard right. I'm actually shooting this video on the very last day of 2015. Why? Because I've got to work tomorrow. And I'm going to be at work very early. And I don't get home until late afternoon. And then by the time I get home, the kids will be here and I'll just have no time. And so I had time tonight. So I'm taking the time tonight before it gets crazy up in here. Who am I kidding? I'm not doing anything for New Year's Eve. I don't find large crowds of overly drunk people attractive anymore. Now, when I was 21, I was like in the middle of that mess. Like, holler, hand in the air. Yeah, no. Like, I'm in my pajamas and I'm chilling at home with my kids, eating junk food and playing video games and watching movies. Because that's about as cray-cray as it gets around here anymore. I don't find that appealing anymore. I don't know why. I guess I just don't. So I'm making a video on New Year's Eve. Woohoo! Right. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. You better be excited because it's a very exciting thing. And I get to recap one of my favorite episodes ever. This episode is by far one of the funniest episodes that Ghost Adventures has ever done from start to finish. It is amazing, and I'm wildly inappropriate like all the time. I have no filter, so I'm gonna have fun with this episode. So we are gonna get started so I can have some fun, okay? Okay, because I'm really excited to be back and doing my videos for one. I'm really excited that I get to do a video on New Year's Eve, and I'm really excited that I get to do this video. So here we go. We are traveling back to the Longfellow's Wayside Inn, which was also the Ghost Adventures Valentine's Day special. Now, Valentine's Day can kiss my big fat freaking toe. I hate that holiday. People get so wrapped up in that crap. If you can't tell the person that you're with how you feel about them, or the person that you maybe want to be with, or the person that you are like crushing on, or whatever, if you can't tell them that you love them on any other day of the year, but you can magically have like all the love and affection for them in the world on one day, then you've got bigger problems than anybody can fix. It's nice because they come out with like these super cute cards. It's a Hallmark holiday, like for sure. They come out with all these super cute cards, and it's an excuse to go have a nice dinner somewhere, or go to a movie, or make that time for each other. But that's something that you should be doing all the time. I mean, if you are dating somebody, or you're married, or whatever, you should be doing that all the time. And so I'm just not a big fan of Valentine's Day. I never really have been. It's never really been something that I've been like enthralled with somebody or not. I've just never been like, because I'm a very affectionate person, 365 days of the year. I will make you feel like it's Valentine's Day every day if you want me to, because I think that's important. I think that it's beyond important to make someone feel like loved and cared for, and I get yelled at and told I'm over emotional, and I get told that, I try too hard or whatever, but it's not me trying too hard. I think it's just me being me, and I'm a very loving, affectionate person. I am a big, sappy, hopeless romantic at heart. And so you would think I would love Valentine's Day, but I don't. I think it's just such a crap excuse to tell somebody that you love them when you should be able to do that any other day of the year. But in this case, it actually worked out to make a really good episode of Ghost Adventures. So the guys are at Longfellow's Wayside Inn in Sudbury, Massachusetts on Valentine's Day weekend. Now, funniest thing in the world. You open the show and there's 3 guys sitting at a table, surrounded by couples having dinner, celebrating their Hallmark holiday. Oh my God, I love you so much. I'm gonna hate you tomorrow, but I love you today because it's Valentine's Day. And they're just wildly uncomfortable. And so they kind of go back to talking about some past episodes where they've had some frisky encounters with some ghosts. The Birdcage Theater, where they've caught the EVP of them getting it on, and, you know, where Zach has been touched all up in his cookie jar. And just, you know, various things that have happened throughout the history of Ghost Adventures. And they've had some pretty frisky customers in the afterlife on this show, let me tell you. But I believe that Jerusha Howe at the Longfellow's Wayside Inn takes the cake. This girl, though. Okay, honey. I get that you died of a broken heart. I get that you are pissed off that you didn't get any action before you died. I get that. Like, I, as a girl code, I get it. But you needs to be a little bit more selective in what you're picking. Because you just can't crawl into bed with just anybody. Because that gives you a reputation. And I don't know if they had that kind of reputation back in the day, but they got a kind of reputation now here in this day and age, and it's not cute. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So, Jerusha Howe was a girl who, she was the innkeeper's daughter at the Howe Tavern. It used to be called the Howe Tavern. And she met a man who swept her off her little feet and took her little heart and promised her all these wonderful things. And he was from England, and he got called back to sea, and he never was seen or heard from again. Not uncommon back in those days, but Jerusha, she held on to this man's every last word, and her little heart just shattered into a million pieces, the poor thing. And she just waited and waited and waited and played all this sad music until the day she died. And she died at like 45 years old, and she died of a broken heart. Plain and simple. And so ever since then, she has haunted what is now known as the Wayside Longfellow's Inn after a series of poems that were written about Jerusha and her life at the inn by this guy with the last name of Longfellow. And she now has decided that her goal in the afterlife is to make as many men feel some loving as humanly possible, or ghostly possible. There have been over 100 men say that they've had experiences with Jerusha. Now, whatever their experiences may be, they're not just paranormal encounters. They're paranormal encounters, but they're not like just regular whatever. So of course Zach and the guys are like all over this, like white on rice. Zach is overly excited about this, a little bit more than he probably should be, but we all know Zach's had some encounters. We will not mention the whole incubus succubus thing. They go into detail on it on the show, but I'm not going to embarrass the poor boy like the 5th time. So he is overly excited about being in this place. And he lets the guys in on why they're really there is because Zach has, you know, a phantom fetish. Regardless of whether he wants to say it or not, his eyes glistened way too much for him to just be wanting to get some evidence. And Aaron, of course, was just as excited. Nick was married, so he didn't care. He's got his wife at home. He can go back home and get his loving whenever he wants to. But these two single mingles over here wanted some loving, and I don't think they cared if they were dead, alive, or otherwise, apparently. So the guys are there, and Zach is thinking of all of these ways to, like, entice Jerusha to come and stay with him in this room, which she haunts rooms 9 and 10, which at the time were the living quarters for the Howe family. They were not rentable rooms like they are now. So that was her living space. So she kind of goes back between rooms 9 and 10. And Zach is like playing the piano and trying to sing to her. Well, he gets caught doing that, so he gets all sorts of embarrassed. And then he goes outside. He's like, I'm going to write her a poem. And so he's outside trying to write a poem, and the guys see this and jump on it. They're like, we're going to go get this. This is going to be funny. They're filming him. Zach's walking along, and he pulls a jazzy, and he freaking busts his butt on a patch of ice. Now, I have done that 1,005 times. It hurts. I feel the pain, but did I laugh? Yes. I laughed because for once it was not me on the ground, rolling in pain. And all my friends getting their 7 freaking chuckles off of me being on the ground. So yes, I had a good healthy laugh, and it was from a good healthy place because it was just funny AF. And of course the guys just busted up. Like, they were making sure he was okay, and then they laughed at him about it. And Zach is a desperate man. He was trying every which way but Sunday to get this girl to come and hang out with him. And so he decides, you know what, screw this. I'm just going to use my charm, which, let's face it, ladies, it doesn't take much. Have you seen him? I wouldn't need a poem or candy or roses or music or anything. I would just need him. But that's a whole different subject for a whole different day. Okay? Okay. Anyway, ADD. So, going into lockdown, they decide that Nick is going to be downstairs taking, like, pictures. Because he is married and doesn't need any part of this. And Zach and Aaron are going to be in rooms 9 and 10 by themselves, trying to get Jerusha to come and do her thing, whatever her thing is. And so they all come together at first, and before they go into the room to see if they can get any evidence, and they have the spirit box, and they have all of that stuff out, and they have the PX device, which is not used so much now. There's other forms of PX device used now, but back then, this was an older episode, and so they had the PX device, and they were using it to try to talk to her, and they get words: gentle, lay, tickle, and affair. Well then, we all know what that girl wants to do, but like I said, I would gentle, lay, and tickle Zach all day long. We all know that. That's fine and dandy. You know, I don't know many girls who wouldn't. And some girls would do the same to Aaron too, and Nick, and whoever else, Billy and Jay, and, you know, we know everybody. So Zach's interest is instantly piqued, and he's like, okay, I think that's my cue to be in here by myself. So he stays in one room, Aaron goes to the other, Nick goes downstairs, and the guys experience something. They are feeling tingles in their legs, taps on their legs, they're getting EVPs. Jerusha is playing games every which way but Sunday. She is a tease and a half. So bravo for you, because playing hard to get. Something that, you know, not everybody's good at, but in this case, Jerusha's got it down. She's like, you know what? I want you, but I know what you're doing. You're doing this for evidence, so I'm just going to tease you a little bit. I'm not going to give you the real deal. You're not going to get what other people get because you're just in here for whatever. She teased Zach enough that he went back the next day, and he went back by himself without cameras, and I don't even want to begin to think about what happened in that room with the door, with like the door shut, lights off, cameras. I don't even want to think about it. It boggles my mind. I can't imagine. So, I mean, it just had to have been good enough that he even said it was comforting. He didn't want to leave. There are plenty of real girls who would give you that same feeling, but whatever. I shouldn't be shocked. Like, I should not be shocked that Zach is, like, so enticed and intrigued by getting, you know, some phantom lovin'. I don't know. I don't know. It was just one of those episodes that made me giggle because they were there for the sole purpose of wanting to have as close of a sexual encounter with a ghost as they could on a healthy level. They had they were wanting evidence, but what drew them there on that weekend was the fact that this girl does this on a regular basis. And it was hysterical to me. Still one of my favorite episodes. The evidence that they captured was all significant evidence. Like, it was, they got a full-bodied apparition on the infrared camera that was set up in Jerusha's bedroom. And that was followed after Zach seen, like, a dress go up the stairs, and they had temperature drops and fluctuations and EMF spikes. And they got tons of EVPs, and they got tons of words on the PX device that were all significant, you know, like gentle and lay and tickle. You know, what do you want to do to me in here? What do you want to do with me in here? Gentle, lay. Okay, so lay your butt on the bed so I can be gentle and sweet to you and tickle you in places you love to be tickled. then he goes off and asks what, she would do with Nick, and she said an affair. Well, he was married, so that makes plenty of sense. So we knew this girl was up to no good, but apparently that's how she likes to roll around there. So, yeah. It was just a very funny episode, and it made for a really good hour of television. I loved it. I thought it was hysterical because here you've got these three guys that are literally at this place so that they can capture evidence of a girl that has sex with people or at least seduces them. Only on Ghost Adventures. Only Zach. Only Zach and Aaron, and at the time Nick. But really only Zach, because he's a twisted individual that we all love very, very much. Or at least I do. So, bravo, Longfellow's Wayside Inn. Thank you for making Valentine's Day a little bit more enjoyable. Because like I said, I hate the stupid holiday. I think it's crap. Now, with that being said, do I want a Valentine for Valentine's Day? Of course. Will I have one? I don't know. Are there people on the list that could make it to Valentine's Day that would be potential to be my Valentine? Yeah. But that's, I'm not gonna go nuts. It's just not I don't know. Like I said, it's a Hallmark holiday. I don't know. The people that are on that list that could be potential Valentines, I love them today. I'll love them tomorrow. I'll love them after Valentine's Day. I'm not going to love them any different on Valentine's Day than I do now. So, who knows? I don't know. But all I do know is that if I'm like bumming out on Valentine's Day, I'm just going to watch this and laugh. Because it's a good cure-all for like what I consider a stupid day. But that is all I have for GA Flashback Friday. I will be back on Wednesday for GAQA What Should I Do Wednesday. Woo! Been a while since I've said that. Where I answer all of your ghost adventures and general paranormal related questions. So start getting those into me tonight and I will make a list. And by Wednesday I'll have 1,005 questions and I will have plenty to answer for you guys on Wednesday. So until then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay warm. It is cold AF outside. Oh my God, it's like the tundra. And I will see you guys officially in 2016 on Wednesday. Be safe if you're going out for New Year's Eve. Have a great night. Much love and happiness. Bye!